Welcome back to the Sound for More channel. Today I have the pleasure to show you how to use the drum step sequencer, which is what you see here. Before I continue, I would like to remind my viewers to subscribe as it helps with growing the channel. Thank you very much. So, we are inside the Tone2 Icarus frame. We're going to click here where it says Init, and we're going to select the Init patch so that we initialize the patch. When it is initialized, it sounds like this. So it has a basic waveform loaded, which we're going to change. We click here, and for example, we're going to bell and choose bells 2. Why not? Remember, Icarus 3 has this constant context-sensitive help, which helps you in remembering what each of the controls do. So in terms of the tutorial, I'm not going to go through each controls because, to be quite honest, you just hover the cursor of your mouse on a control and it will remind you what each of the options do. So now let's go to the drums here, in the step sequencer. We click here to turn in on, okay? Now when you turn it on, it asks you if you want to load a pattern. We're going to select no. But of course you can load the pattern. You can go here where it says presets and you can load the drum pattern. You can save it, you can reset it, and you can choose from a predefined number of patterns as well, which are really useful. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to really show you how you can create a pattern from scratch. As you can see here, you have a number of steps and a number of tracks, and you can load sample or a waveform for each of the track, which makes it really powerful. Now up here you have speed, so you can change the speed, and you can change the loop as well in terms of length. You can change the volume, click and hold, move up and down. Then you have also different ways to make it work. Again, it can be straight, you can add swing, etc. Try, it works really nicely. Then here you can have it to respond at different different part of your keyboard. Here you can decide if it is monophonic, if for example it allows overlapping notes, or for example how it will release notes. Okay, and here is where you turn on the effect. Okay, and of course the selection of presets. So the way it works is you have different tracks here. Okay, underneath each track you have control for velocity as well. Where there is this minus symbol here, click on it and you can load a waveform of course, export it, reset the track and remove the sample. Let's click on loading the waveform. We're already inside Icarus drums. We select 808 and then the bass waveform and click open, and it has loaded there. Now if I click, you don't hear anything at the moment because there are no steps. Okay, so if I click on a step, I create an event to trigger that bass note. Okay, and of course if I click on it, I remove it as well. Okay, but you still don't hear anything, and that's because there is no trigger, so you need to play on the instrument. Also when you play, it will restart. You can see it will start at the beginning. Now there are also different ways that you allow the sample to work. You can have it as a single, you can have it as a loop, and a lot of other different options, for example in terms of how it behaves when chords are actually pressed as notes. Now let's go to the second track and let's load again from the 808 a snare, like so, and let's create a step like so. Nice and simple. Let's go to the third track, again load another waveform, and let's select this closed hi-hat. Okay, and let's put a step for every 2 notes, so like so. Perfect. Okay. We change the velocity like so on alternating note, which makes it really nice. So you can click and hold, you can move up and down. Of course, you can set the velocity to go to volume with this control. You can increase that. And you can also go to change the tune, which is actually quite nice. You can hear the tune is different on those hi-hats. And of course you can do the same here, for example, on the bass drum. So it really depends. You can set the velocity to go against the volume or against the tune. Now for each of the track, you can mute the track, you can change the tuning, you can change the decay, sustain and hold, so your envelope. You can activate to go to, for example, to effect, so like so, okay, for snare. When that is on, you change the effect here to actually go to click and hold, and you can change the send. And when you have send and one effect on, you can go here under effect. You can see here it says effects drum is on. If you click in here, you can set it off, but leave it on. And then you click where it says bypass and then choose an effect. So you should hear now there is a reverb played against the snare because we have activate the effect here only for the second track where we have a snare. Okay. Okay, I was just improvising a little bit there. And that is a simple introduction on how to use and program the drum step sequencer inside Icarus Frame. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and as always, see you next time.